welcome here to Glasgow High School as we have a little high school softball for you here this afternoon as the Glasgow Lady Scotties entertain the Hart County Lady Raiders. I say afternoon, it's actually evening. We're not used to going on the air this late for spring sports, but this game was delayed by a couple of hours. They had the field tarped, so the field is good and dry from the rain that came through today. But they weren't able to get the tarp off to about 5 or 5:30, and so they did delay the start of this game until 7 o'clock tonight. So we are glad that a lot of you are along with us here tonight. So let's tell you about these two ball clubs. The Glasgow Scotties come in here with a record of 2-14 on the year. Lady Scotties did get a win in their last outing, though, on Tuesday over Butler County by a final score of 4-2. Hart County comes in here at 5-12 on the season. They have not played since Monday. They lost to North Hardin at North Hardin in that ball game by a final score of 8-6. Glasgow has had the upper hand in this series with Hart County. Lady Scotties have won 6 straight matchups against the Hart County Lady Raiders, and going back to 2002, Glasgow is 10-1 against Hart County since that time. We'll come back in a moment here on the Don Franklin Auto pregame show, and we'll get Bruce Dubuque in here with us to talk about the matchup. We'll also take a look at our TJ Regional Health starting lineups for both ball clubs as well. We'll take this time out here. You're listening to Lady Scotties Softball, presented by Don Franklin Auto here on WCODU Blue 103.1 FM and 1490 AM.
Every morning in hardworking America, Hardee's biscuit makers rise to bake our original made-from-scratch biscuits. And now, mix and match 2 handcrafted breakfast biscuits, just $5. Find the best deals on the Hardee's app.
At Don Franklin, we're about more than just selling cars. We're about families, generations of them. Founded by my parents in 1968, we've been here growing alongside you. From the first family car to the newest model for the next generation, our values of trust, care, and commitment are in every handshake, every deal. With over 5,000 vehicles to choose from, check them all out at DonFranklinAuto.com. Don Franklin, driven by family.
Our dental health plays a vital role in our overall health. Practicing good dental hygiene is especially important for children.
When was your child's last checkup?
Riley Dental Group is invested in making sure you and your family have the healthiest smile possible. They understand a dental visit may prompt anxiety or nervousness, but Dr. Riley and his team offer a variety of solutions, including a comforting and friendly visit from Bennett, their therapy dog. Call Riley Dental Group for an appointment, 651-5939.
Your Glasgow destination for the finest flavors of Mexico and more. Priced to keep you coming back again and again. Authentic and delectable. La Nacional International Market Deli and Taqueria. Real Mexican street-style tacos. Carne asada, picadas, ceviche, tripas, burritos, quesadillas, lengua, chorizo, tortas, and more. Always fresh. Made from scratch and delicious. La Nacional. Across from Hibbett Sports, Shane Drive, Glasgow.
I just did it, but I waited way too long. Trust me, it's about time you left cable TV behind and started saving with MyStream TV from SCRTC. Already have TV with SCRTC and you still have cable boxes and wires everywhere? Talk to SCRTC about MyStream TV and compare it to your current service. The best thing about MyStream TV, you'll save money and get up to 1 gig symmetrical internet. Visit scrtc.com and click on the MyStream TV logo at the top to start saving on cable today.
When the classic flavors of bacon, lettuce, and tomato meet the classic goodness of Hardee's Frisco lineup, you get instant summer favorites. Introducing Hardee's Frisco BLT Angus Burger and Frisco BLT hand-breaded chicken sandwich.
Have you injured yourself playing a sport or exercising? Sports medicine experts at TJ Regional Health are trained to get you back on the road to recovery. Whether you're dealing with sprains, fractures, knee and shoulder injuries, or other common injuries, our goal is to prevent illness and injury in active individuals of all ages and help prevent future problems to maximize your performance. Find out more at tjregionalhealth.org/rehab. Patients first, team always. TJ Rehabilitation Services.
Joe Myers and Bruce Dubuque with you here at Glasgow High School. Here on the Don Franklin Auto pregame show. It's Lady Scotties getting set to take on the Hart County Lady Raiders. And let's go ahead and introduce you to our starting lineups. Looks like we may get started a little bit before 7 o'clock here. Both umpires are out there getting ready to talk to the coaches, so probably not too far away from our first pitch. These starting lineups are brought to you by TJ Regional Health. First for the Hart County Lady Raiders, batting first and in center field will be Faith Ruiz. Batting second and at second base is Abby Rose Roten. Nevaeh Haskins will be at third base. She'll bat in the 3 spot. Cleanup hitter is Bevan Miner. She'll be the shortstop today for Hart County. Sarah Gardner will play left field and bat 5th. Number 6 hitter is the right fielder Madeline Ward. Batting 7th, and the designated player today is Kaylee Bird. She's hitting for the pitcher Allie Bussell. Batting 8th is the catcher Chloe Tweedy. And Brooke Puckett will bat 9th and be at first base. Hart County 5-12 on the year, and their head coach is Caitlin Smith. Now for the Lady Scotties, their lineup also brought to you by TJ Regional Health. Batting first and at second base is Natea Lightfoot. Shallon Fields at third base will bat second. Number 3 hitter is the designated player Paige DeHaas. She'll be hitting today for the catcher Gracie Walker. Batting cleanup and at shortstop is Jakiley Green. At first base is Micah Mullenkamp. She'll be batting 5th. Hitting 6th and in center field is Sydney Kuykendall. Ava Maxey will be in the pitching circle today for the Lady Scotties. She'll be batting in the 7th spot. Batting 8th is Kinley Stevens. She'll be in right field. And the left fielder, Haley Stamper, will bat in the 9 hole. Lady Scotties 2-14 on the year overall. Their head coach is Katie Arbeck. Assistant coaches are Ashley Profit, Autumn Kopus, and Holly Martin. Those are your TJ Regional Health starting lineups, and we bring Bruce Tribune in here now to talk a little bit about this matchup. And Bruce, the Lady Scotties coming off their second victory of the season against Butler County on Tuesday, so got a little momentum coming into this one. Hart County being at 5-12, you would think this is another game the Lady Scotties could have a shot to win here.
Well, let's hope so. We need to get it 2 in a row, get it going here at the end of the year. They've had a tough year, and we talked about this, how young they are, and in that situation, I see again they've still yet to have a home run, and of course they're very young. They're not as strong, but.
Let's go ahead and wrap up our Don Franklin Auto pregame show, and when we come back, we'll have our first pitch for you here from Glasgow High School. It's Hart County against Glasgow. You're listening to Lady Scotties softball presented by Don Franklin Auto on WCLU Blue 103.
If you haven't heard, there's a new approach to banking. It's called Kasasa, and you'll find it at the People's Bank. Your free Kasasa checking account offers you monthly cashback rewards. The Kasasa cash checking account can earn you a very high interest rate on your balance. Then link Kasasa Saver, and you'll also get a high rate on your deposits. Grow with Kasasa at the People's Bank in Glasgow, Cave City, and Marion. The People's Bank, working for you.
Restrictions and qualifications apply. Restrictions may vary. Contact the People's Bank for details and to learn more. Member FDIC.
So Aero Safety is an international safety consulting company based right here in Glasgow, Kentucky. We offer a wide variety of services, ranging anything from safety training to administrative services like policy procedures. It's any manufacturing, any industry around our area, we can apply that. And we can also make everything site-specific to the customer. So we make sure we're incorporating the company's policies, procedures, applicable hazards, equipment, things like that, it's make it more relevant and engaging for the customer. Aero Safety is here to keep your employees safe and keep your business headed in the right direction.
Have you injured yourself playing a sport or exercising? Sports medicine experts at TJ Regional Health are trained to get you back on the road to recovery, whether you're dealing with sprains, fractures, knee and shoulder injuries, or other common injuries. Our goal is to prevent illness and injury in active individuals of all ages and help prevent future problems to maximize your performance. Find out more at tjregionalhealth.org/rehab. Patients first, team always. TJ Rehabilitation Services.
At Don Franklin, we're about more than just selling cars. We're about families, generations of them. Founded by my parents in 1968, we've been here growing alongside you. From the first family car to the newest model for the next generation, our values of trust, care, and commitment are in every handshake, every deal. With over 5,000 vehicles to choose from, check them all out at DonFranklinAuto.com. Don Franklin, driven by family.
It's been an amazing 33 years. I've been blessed to have someone by my side that I can count on no matter what. Like 3 years ago when I had that car accident, you really came through for me. So I just want to say thank you, Alan, for being my Farm Bureau insurance agent.
Kentucky Farm Bureau, big on commitment.
Oh, he's been great too.
Get in. We're making country great again. Come on.
Whiskey River, take my mind.
Willie 94.1.
You got to have an ace in the hole.
Willie 94.1.
I'm a hard working man.
The Big Willie.
Oh, little rock.
It's great country. Willie 94.1.
We're making country great again, and we've got the Real Trader for you every weekday morning starting at 8. Join me, Mac Daniels, for it right here on Willie 94.1.
Rigdon Kaiser Field. Lady Scotty's just about set to get this one underway as Ava Maxey is finishing up her warm-up tosses. Let's go ahead and set the defense for you for the Lady Scotties. Haley Stamper is in left field, Sydney Kuykendall in center, and Kenley Stevens in right field. On the infield, you have Shallon Fields at third base, Chikali Green at shortstop, Natalia Lightfoot at second base, and Micah Mullenkamp at first base. Gracie Walker behind the plate. And as we just told you, Ava Maxey in the pitching circle today. Ava is a seventh grader, and she is a right-hander. She has a record of 0-7 on the year with a 9.31 ERA. She struck out 23. She's walked 31. She's thrown 35 and a third innings, and she is making her 8th start of the season here today for the Lady Scotties in game number 17 on the year for Glasgow. It's turned into a very nice evening. Few light clouds in the sky, high clouds up in the sky, but very comfortable night. Bruce?
2:30, I'd have bet you they weren't going to play.
Well, if you're wondering how we are playing, they had the field tarp. The softball team does have a tarp, and they had that on the field, and so field is in very good condition.
But that last rain we were supposed to get didn't come through either, the heavy one.
But even if it had to have, with the field being tarped, it might not have mattered. Who knows? All right, we are set to get this one underway here. Faith Ruiz will lead things off for Hart County. First pitch of the evening for Ava Maxey, misses low. Glasgow all blue uniforms today with white numerals and letters. Says Scotty's across the chest. Maxey with a 1-0 pitch, and that one low and inside. Hart County in mostly green jerseys with a little gray on top and down the sleeves, gray pants with an orange stripe down the side, orange socks. Here's a 2-0 pitch. That one also low, so far Ava has missed all 3 pitches out of the zone low. Maxey will try to come back from the 3-0 count. She cannot. That one's low as well, so 4 straight balls to start the ball game. That'll take Faith Ruiz to first base on the free pass and brings up Abby Rose Roten. Roten hitting .333 on the year, second on the team in that category. She leads the team. Actually, she's second on the team with 11 RBIs. And now this pitch going to get to the backstop here, so that'll be another ball, and Ruiz will take second base.
Not a very good start for Miss Maxey. She's
struggling a little bit for sure. Looking for that first strike. And there it was. Going to be grounded to the left side. Scooped up, backhanded by Jakali Green from shortstop. She was deep in the hole and did not have a chance to throw her out. She made the throw, pulled Mike Mullenkamp off the bag, but I really don't think she was going to get her anyway. She was so deep in the hole.
No, it was a long throw. And
so that'll be an infield single there for Roten, and it moves Ruiz to third base. So Hart County with runners on the corners, and that'll bring up the third baseman, Nevaeh Haskins. She is their leading hitter for average, RBIs, and home runs. A dangerous hitter here, hitting .400 with 17 RBIs and 4 home runs on the year.
Got 4 of their 7 home runs.
And Maxey gets the ball by her as Haskins swings through it for strike 1. Roten in the meantime takes second base on the pitch. Glasgow catcher Gracie Walker threw down to third base to try to catch Ruiz too far off the bag, but she got back in there safely. Here's the 0-1 pitch to Haskins. And that one misses just a bit high.
Man.
Not a bad pitch, though, considering Haskins is pretty tall.
That was a good-looking pitch.
Pretty close to the upper part of the strike zone.
Yeah, let her high.
Another 1-1 pitch from Maxey. Swung on and grounded foul down the third base line. One ball, two strike count here to the Hart County sophomore third baseman. No outs on the board yet. Hart County with runners at second and third. And now Haskins will back out of the box as time is called. Now steps right back in and set to go. Pitch on the way. Haskins hits a fly ball to left center field. Coming over and making the catch will be Haley Stamper for the first out, and it was not deep enough for Ruiz to try to tag up from third, so the base runners stay put here. So that's a big first out.
Yeah, that was the best that she, except a strikeout, was the best she could get out of that situation.
Here's the shortstop, Bevan Miner.
And she's just a 196 hitter.
Rounds this ball fouled on the third base line. Hart County as a team hits it at a 251 clip. But yeah, definitely a little unusual to see your cleanup hitter hitting below the Mendoza line.
Yeah,
here's the 0-1. And this pitch is too high, gets by Walker, but Ruiz stays put at third base. It'll be 1 ball, 1 strike.
She does have 11 RBI, but she's got 1 double.
Now the pitch. Hard ground ball off the glove of Fields at third base. It goes right to Green, and she'll make the play to first. So a bit of good fortune there for the Lady Scotties. It went right off the end of Shallon Fields' glove, and it ricocheted right in to Jakiley Green at shortstop. So there are now 2 away. Ruiz does come in to score from third base. So Hart County has their first run of the night. It's 1-0. Roten still at second base, and at the plate here is Sarah Gardner.
That was a 5.63 put out there.
It was. And the first pitch to Gardner misses upstairs. Gardner hitting just 186. She has 4 RBIs. 1-0 pitch catches the inside corner for a called strike. Here's the 1-1. Fly ball to left center field. Stamper tracking it out there. She will make the catch for out number 3. So all in all, not a bad result here for the Lady Scotties as the first 2 hitters got on and reached second and third with nobody out. And in the end, the Lady Scotties only give up the 1 run.
Yeah, they were very fortunate. 1 run, 1 hit, no errors, 1 left on. Half inning done here, and it's Hart County 1, Scotties coming to the bat.
You're listening to Glasgow Softball, presented by Don Franklin Auto here on WCLU Blue 103.1 FM and 1490 AM.
I just did it, but I waited way too long. Trust me, it's about time you left cable TV behind and started saving with MyStream TV from SCRTC. Already have TV with SCRTC and you still have cable boxes and wires everywhere? Talk to SCRTC about MyStream TV and compare it to your current service. The best thing about MyStream TV, you'll save money and get up to 1 gig symmetrical internet. Visit SCRTC.com and click on the MyStream TV logo at the top to start saving on cable today.
If you haven't heard, there's a new approach to banking. It's called Kasasa, and you'll find it at the People's Bank. Your free Kasasa checking account offers you monthly cashback rewards. The Kasasa cash checking account can earn you a very high interest rate on your balance. Then link Kasasa Saver, and you'll also get a high rate on your deposits. Grow with Kasasa at the People's Bank in Glasgow, Cave City, and Marion. The People's Bank, working for you.
Restrictions and qualifications apply. Restrictions may vary. Contact the People's Bank for details and to learn more. Member FDIC.
Here on WCLU Blue, Hart County put 1 run up in the top half of the inning, so they lead this thing 1-0. Glasgow about to get their first turn at bat. First 3 hitters due up for the Lady Scotties will be Natalia Lightfoot, Shallon Fields, and Paige DeHaas. And let's go ahead and tell you about the Hart County defense. Out in left field, you've got Sarah Gardner. The center fielder is Faith Ruiz, and the right fielder, Madeline Ward. At third base is Nevaeh Haskins, Bevan Miner at shortstop, Abby Rose Roten at second base, Brooke Puckett at first base, Chloe Tweedy behind the plate. And in the pitching circle today for Hart County is Allie Bussell. She is a right-handed junior pitcher, has a record of 4 wins and 10 losses. She has a 4.34 ERA. She struck out 72 and walked 38, 82 and a third innings pitched, and she's making her 15th start of the season in Hart County's 18th game. So she handles the pitching duties the majority of the time, obviously. So Natalia Lightfoot steps in there to lead things off for the Lady Scotties here in the People's Bank bottom of the first inning. Natalia hitting 118 with 3 RBIs on the year. Allie Bussell with her first pitch of the day, and it misses upstairs. Bussell with the 1-0. That one called a strike in the upper part of the zone. 1 ball, 1 strike. Now the 1-1. Lightfoot hits a fly ball into center field. It'll be tracked down and caught out there by the center fielder, Faith Ruiz, and there is 1 away. Now to bring up the junior third baseman, Shallon Fields. Shallon second on the team with a .324 average. Having a good junior campaign. Pitch on the way here. Fields hits a 1-hopper to second base. Roten makes the play, goes to first base, 2 down. Next up, the DP, Paige DeHaas. Paige, an 8th grader, hitting today for the catcher, Gracie Walker. Pitch from Bussell, and DeHaas hits it hard right back up the middle into center field, and that will be a 2-out single. Don Franklin auto base hit for Paige DeHaas. Next up, the cleanup hitter for the Lady Scotties, Jakiley Green.
Well, Scotty's coming up swinging. That's just the 5th pitch of the ball game. 3 batters.
Bussell has a decent strikeout to walk ratio, 72 strikeouts to 38 walks. So for the most part, she's going to throw strikes. First pitch to Green, misses up and away, and the throw down to first base, but DeHaas back in safely. Jakiley Green is the leading hitter on the team with a .351 average. Tied for the team lead with 4 RBIs on the year. 1-0 pitch from Bussell. Popped up foul and out of play. One now to Green. Sophomore waiting on the pitch as Bussell checks the wristband to make sure she's got the correct pitch to throw here. It's on the way. And that one's up and in. 2 balls and a strike. Another throw down to first base, but DeHaas back in easily. Two balls and a strike. Here's the pitch. Fly ball to center field. Ruiz will drift off to her right and make the catch, and that will do it for the Lady Scotties. Glasgow will strand that runner at first base.
No runs, one hit, no errors, one left on. We've completed one inning between Glasgow and Hart County. It's Hart County 1, Glasgow 0.
You're listening to Glasgow Softball on WCLU Blue, presented by Don Franklin Auto here on 103.1 FM and 1490 AM.
So Aero Safety is an international safety consulting company based right here in Glasgow, Kentucky. We offer a wide variety of services, ranging anything from safety training to administrative services like policy procedures. It's any manufacturing, any industry around our area, we can apply that. And we can also make everything site-specific to the customer. So we make sure we're incorporating the company's policies, procedures, applicable hazards, equipment, things like that, that it's make it more relevant and engaging for the customer. Aero Safety is here to keep your employees safe and keep your business headed in the right direction.
At Don Franklin, we're about more than just selling cars. We're about families, generations of them. Founded by my parents in 1968, we've been here growing alongside you. From the first family car to the newest model for the next generation, our values of trust, care, and commitment are in every handshake, every deal. With over 5,000 vehicles to choose from, check them all out at DonFranklinAuto.com. Don Franklin, driven by family.
Here at Rigdon Kaiser Field at Busch Stadium on the campus of Glasgow High School. We go to the second inning, brought to you by Hardee's Restaurants. And leading things off for Hart County, the 6, 7, and 8 hitters. That's Madeline Ward, Kaylee Bird, and Chloe Tweedy. Hart County leads this game 1-0. We're scheduled to be back out here tomorrow for another softball broadcast. The Lady Scotties hosting Metcalfe County. That game slated to start at 5:30, pregame at 5:15. Of course, rain is in the forecast again for tomorrow. I'm not sure if they're going to tarp the field after tonight's game or not, but we'll see how that all plays out tomorrow, I guess. Here's the first pitch of the second inning from Ava Maxey, and it misses low to Ward for ball one. Here's the 1-0. Ground ball to shortstop. Green has it. Her throw to first is there. One away. Next up, the designated player, Kaylee Bird. Bird hitting .270 on the year. Ava Maxey toes the rubber, winds and fires, and the rise ball misses upstairs. Is a rise ball ever really designed to be thrown as a strike, Bruce, or is it simply to try to fool the hitter?
It's to fool the hitter.
That's what I kind of thought. And got a hit batter here as Bird just stood there and let the changeup hit her. So, Bird goes down to first base after being hit by the pitch, and here comes Chloe Tweedy. And the fastball going to be fouled back to the netting here behind home plate.
I mean, you know, I don't think it's intended, but you could throw it for a strike. You start it low enough in the zone and it rise up for a strike. You know,
right. I just don't see too many that are called strikes.
No.
You know what I mean? And here's a foul ball off the bat of Tweedy. No balls and two strikes to her. She's a .214 hitter.
Now you generally see it, you know, thrown, you know, in the count, you know, sort of like a change or something like that. Get somebody, you know, go after a, you know, a bad pitch. It's just
0-2 pitch on the way now. And this is lined, fair ball down the left field line. They're going to hold Bird at second base. So it'll be a single for Tweedy. Runners at first and second, one down. Here comes the first baseman, Brooke Puckett, for the Lady Raiders. And we're going to have a courtesy runner for Tweedy.
5.
That is Adriana Cundari, Cundari, Bruce. At the plate, Brooke Puckett. First pitch she sees is a fastball that misses low. Sun creeping down behind the trees over there out in center field. Fastball here is a strike over the heart of the plate. 1 ball, 1 strike. Wind is blowing pretty much straight in from center field towards home plate. There's a little bit of a breeze. Not really strong, but definitely noticeable.
That's where the rain was coming from today, out of the southwest. So.
And this pitch misses a bit high. 2 balls and a strike. Puckett, a 182 hitter. She has 7 RBIs. Now the 2-1. Fly ball to right field, could be trouble. No, a nice catch out there made by Kenley Stevens. Runner's going to tag up here, and they are all safe, but really good catch that time by Stevens. She went down to a knee, down to 2 knees actually, to make that catch as she was coming in on it. So they're now 2 away, and with runners at second and third, here comes the leadoff hitter, Faith Ruiz.
Walked her first at bat, then scored.
He's a 163 hitter. And watches a strike go by. Good fastball that time from Maxey.
That's the first strike she's seen. She walked on 4 straight pitches, her first at bat.
The 0-1 on the way now. That one's high. Ruiz in the box, and the pitch on the way. And that one bounces in. 2-1. Do have a nice crowd on hand, that's for sure. I think maybe the later start allowed a few extra folks to get here. It's about as good of a crowd as we've seen this year. This is a trouble. Yep, it's a little Texas leaguer in behind third base. Everybody going to be safe. Just one of those seeing eye singles that time off the bat of Ruiz. Coming in to score is Kaylee Bird. And it's 2-0 Hart County with runners on the corner. Still 2 away. And here's the second baseman, Abby Rose Roten.
She singled her first at bat. It was one of those that just sort of fell in. And
like that one.
Yeah. Jakali got a hold of it, but it was so deep she, couldn't get her thrown out.
And this pitch in the dirt, and Ruiz will take second base without a throw. Roten, a 333 hitter. Has a chance to add to that 11 RBI total on the season here with 2 runners in scoring position. Fly ball to right field. Stevens looks like she has a beat on it, and she does. She'll make the catch for out number 3. So for the second straight inning, Hart County will strand runners at second and third, but they do get 1 run across.
1 run, 2 hits, no errors, 2 left, 1.5 gone. Hart County 2, Scotty 0.
This is Lady Scotty Softball presented by Don Franklin Auto on WCLDU Blue 103.1 FM and 1490 AM.
Your Glasgow destination for the finest flavors of Mexico and more. Priced to keep you coming back again and again. Authentic and delectable. La Nacional International Market Deli and Taqueria. Real Mexican street-style tacos. Carne asada, picadas, ceviche, tripas, burritos, quesadillas, lengua, chorizo, tortas, and more. Always fresh. Made from scratch and delicious. La Nacional. Across from Hibbett Sports, Shane Drive, Glasgow.
Our dental health plays a vital role in our overall health. Practicing good dental hygiene is especially important for children.
When was your child's last checkup?
Riley Dental Group is invested in making sure you and your family have the healthiest smile possible. They understand a dental visit may prompt anxiety or nervousness, but Dr. Riley and his team offer a variety of solutions, including a comforting and friendly visit from Bennett, their therapy dog. Call Riley Dental Group for an appointment, 651-5939.
We move to the bottom half of the Hardy's second inning. And for the Lady Scotties, your first three hitters will be Micah Mullenkamp, Sydney Kuykendall, and Ava Maxey. They are 5, 6, and 7 in the order. Hart County leading 2-0 as we start this second inning, or bottom of the second inning. Micah hitting 194 on the year. And his a line shot just fouled down the first base line. Tough break there. Foul by probably 2 or 3 feet at the most.
Well, did I mark something wrong?
I don't know, did you?
Is she the fourth hitter?
Nope, she's the fifth hitter.
Oh, I flipped them. I'll get this in a second.
No balls and a strike to Mullenkamp. Pitch on the way. Called a strike right at the knees, 0-2. Bustle winds and fires. And that one misses up and away. Micah would not chase that out of the zone. Now the 1-2. Change up. Mullenkamp waits on it and fouls it off to the third base line. Scotty baseball team is off today. Head coach Cameron Garman here in attendance, along with his wife, athletic director Bailey Garman. The assistant baseball coach Dylan Poore here. Some of the baseball players here as well. Here's the 1-2 pitch again. And that rise ball misses upstairs. Two balls and 2 strikes to the senior first baseman. Bustle with a pitch. And Mullenkamp a little late on it, fouls it off down the first base side this time. This was scheduled to be a varsity JV doubleheader, but they just decided to cancel the JV game and start the varsity game at 7 o'clock. This pitch misses outside. Again, if you were not listening to us in the pregame, the field was tarped, so the rain that came today didn't really affect the playing surface. But they were not able to take the tarp off till about 5 o'clock, and so... well, here's a ground ball back to Bustle, and she's not going to be able to field it cleanly. So
infield hit.
Bustle had to go to her right to make that play out of the pitcher's circle and could not get it cleanly in her glove. But like Bruce said, if she does, probably not even going to not be able to throw her out. So infield single for Mullenkamp. Here comes Sydney Kuykendall. First pitch she sees. Was that called a strike?
Well,
I didn't hear him call a strike.
I didn't either. I marked ball. I guess I can change it.
Well, I don't know.
I thought it was outside.
I thought it was,
because
too.
The catcher went and got it and threw it down to first.
Maybe you'll give us the signal at the count after this pitch here. As Kuykendall lays a bunt down the third base line, Haskins will come field it, and now nobody covering third base and heads up running, and now Micah Mullenkamp going to be able to score as the throw to third base gets away. So Micah rounded second, never did stop because nobody had gotten to the bag to cover third, and then by the time someone did get there, it was not a very good throw. went into left field, and that allowed Mullenkamp to score on the throwing error. So the Lady Scotties have their first run of the day, now trailing 2-1 here in the bottom of the second, with one away, and the base is empty. And due up, the Glasgow pitcher, Ava Maxey.
It was a 5-3 put out and an E3, I'm sorry.
First pitch to Maxey in the dirt.
That was a sacrifice because it was a bunt, so.
Now the 1-0. That one misses upstairs. 2 balls and no strikes.
Yeah, that was good base running or coaching one on Micah to see that the third base and nobody there. Shortstop should have covered.
And this pitch misses inside, so now 3 balls and no strikes.
The left fielder finally came in, but by the time she hadn't stopped running the ball, she couldn't get stopped, and the ball was behind her.
Actually, I think he may have called that last one a strike. I think now it's 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Let's see if he'll give us the count.
Jeez, he's not good at
Yeah,
that.
he does.
Oh,
Yeah,
there
he
it
does.
is.
He gets 2 balls, 2 strikes. Now the pitch misses up and away. Full count here to the 7th grade pitcher, Ava Maxey. Payoff pitch, and Maxey will ground it foul down the third base line. Two to 1 lead for Hart County. We are in the bottom of the Hardy second inning. It's a 3-ball, 2-strike count to Maxey. Ava hitting .278 on the year. Here's the pitch, and a swing and a miss for strike 3. It's an arrow safety strikeout for Allie Bussell. 2 down, and here is the right fielder, Kenley Stevens. Kenley batting .171. And tried to check her swing. She fouled the ball off. Kenley looking at an 0-1 count here as the pitch is delivered. And this one fouled off out of play. No balls, 2 strikes. Bussell with the pitch. Change up, and Stevens did not offer at it. It stayed high. Now the 1-2. That one also high. Bussell fires away. And this one hit off the handle and popped up foul. Barron County and Warren East were scheduled to play a district game today at Warren East. There were several games scheduled today. Of course, we have no idea which ones were actually played and were not. The Scotty baseball team was supposed to go on the road to Monroe County today. Here's a ground ball to Haskins at third base, and she'll throw Stevens out at first for the third out of the inning. So, but that game at Monroe County for the boys baseball team was obviously canceled.
1 run, 1 hit, 1 error, nobody left. We've completed 2. Hart County 2, Glasgow 1.
You're listening to Glasgow Softball, presented by Don Franklin Auto here on WCLU Blue, 103.1 FM and 1490 AM.
I just did it, but I waited way too long. Trust me, it's about time you left cable TV behind and started saving with MyStream TV from SCRTC. Already have TV with SCRTC and you still have cable boxes and wires everywhere? Talk to SCRTC about MyStream TV and compare it to your current service. The best thing about MyStream TV, you'll save money and get up to 1 gig symmetrical internet. Visit scrtc.com and click on the MyStream TV logo at the top to start saving on cable today.
If you haven't heard, there's a new approach to banking. It's called Kasasa, and you'll find it at the People's Bank. Your free Kasasa checking account offers you monthly cashback rewards. The Kasasa cash checking account can earn you a very high interest rate on your balance. Then link Kasasa Saver, and you'll also get a high rate on your deposits. Grow with Kasasa at the People's Bank in Glasgow, Cave City, and Marion. The People's Bank, working for you.
Restrictions and qualifications apply. Restrictions may vary. Contact the People's Bank for details and to learn more. Member FDIC.
Regional Health third inning here at Glasgow High School. It's Hart County 2, Glasgow 1 here in fast pitch softball. And for the Lady Raiders, the 3-4-5 hitters due up: Nevaeh Haskins, Bevan Miner, and Sarah Gardner.
And Haskins flew out to left field her first at bat. As you said earlier, she has 4 home runs, but that'd be a pretty good shot. Well, the wind's down a little bit to get out of here tonight.
There is no score posted on the Barron County Warren East game, but it does not say canceled, so I'm not sure if they just haven't posted it. Maybe the game is still being played, or maybe it got canceled. Who knows? But so Nevaeh Haskins, Bruce told you, leads the team with 4 home runs. She also is a .400 hitter with 17 RBIs. Both of those lead the team as well. The changeup from Ava Maxey misses inside. Now the 1-0. That one misses low. Maxey with the pitch, and that one got away from her a bit, misses way upstairs. 3 balls and no strikes here to Haskins. Maxey will try to get all the way back here from this 3-0 count. Pitch in there for a strike. Now the 3-1 from Maxey. Grounded to Fields at third base. She has it to throw in the dirt, but
nice
a good
scoop.
job by Mullenkamp to dig it out there at first base to save the throwing error, and there is one away.
That ball took a good bounce, and she gloved it.
Here's the shortstop, Bevan Miner.
Miner had the 5.63 put out her first at bat. She did pick up the RBI.
And she swings through the first pitch for strike 1. Miner hitting just 196, but she does have 11 RBIs on the year. 0-1 pitch is a slow roller down the third base line. Going to be trouble. Fields charges and goes to first base for the out. Really nice play there by Shallon Fields. Had to rush the throw and made a good one. 2 down. That'll bring up Sarah Gardner, the left fielder.
Yeah, Miner had pretty good speed. That was a very nice play. Gardner flew out to center field to Kuykendall her first at bat.
She'll ground one foul down the third base line. Gardner batting 186 on the year. She's a senior.
Yeah, they're quite a bit older than the Scotties.
Who's not?
Yeah, who's not? But
here's the 0-1. Change up. Ooh, had Gardner way out in front.
That was wicked, wasn't it? Look at her. I think it embarrassed her a little.
Yeah, she's laughing about it. So no balls and 2 strikes now to Gardner. Maxey delivers. And a good fastball there, swing and a miss. As Gardner goes down on strikes. Hart County goes in order here in the second. That is an arrow safety strikeout for Ava Maxey.
Yes, they do, Joe. That's our first strikeout. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left. Still 2-1 after 2.5.
You're listening to Glasgow Softball, presented by Don Franklin Auto here on WCLU Blue 103.1 FM and 1490 AM.
So Aero Safety is an international safety consulting company based right here in Glasgow, Kentucky. We offer a wide variety of services, ranging anything from safety training to administrative services like policy procedures. It's any manufacturing, any industry around our area, we can apply that. And we can also make everything site-specific to the customer. So we make sure we're incorporating the company's policies, procedures, applicable hazards, equipment, things like that, that it's make it more relevant and engaging for the customer. Aero Safety is here to keep your employees safe and keep your business headed in the right direction.
At Don Franklin, we're about more than just selling cars. We're about families, generations of them. Founded by my parents in 1968, we've been here growing alongside you. From the first family car to the newest model for the next generation, our values of trust, care, and commitment are in every handshake, every deal. With over 5,000 vehicles to choose from, check them all out at DonFranklinAuto.com. Don Franklin, driven by family.
2 hitters due up for Glasgow here in the bottom of the TJ Regional Health 3rd inning. Stamper in there to lead things off. Haley looking for her first hit of the year. She's only had 5 official at bats. She's 0 for 5 so far. Swing and a miss here for strike 1. Find some reading material over there, Bruce?
There was an old roster here from since 2021.
Here's a foul ball. As that one hit Stamper while she was still in the box.
I know several girls on there that played then or that are still in school that aren't playing now. So
no balls and 2 strikes to Haley Stamper. Pitch on the way, and the freshman hits it to the right side, and it'll be picked up by the first baseman, Brooke Puckett, and she'll tag Stamper out if she goes to first base. 1 down, back to the top of the Glasgow order. Here's Natea Lightfoot. Allie Bustle on the rubber, and the pitch. And this one hit back up the middle. That'll be a Don Franklin Auto base hit into center field for Natea Lightfoot. Hart County leads this game 2-1. Due up for the Lady Scotties, the third baseman, Shallon Fields.
Grounded out to second her first time up.
Shallon, a .324 hitter. Like a rise ball here, misses upstairs, and a quick throw down by the catcher, Tweedy, but Lightfoot able to slide back safely into first base.
You know who she is?
Who?
Natea
Lightfoot?
Yeah. That's Simon Ford's granddaughter.
Oh, yeah, I think you told me that
before.
before.
Basketball.
Yeah. Here's the 1-0, and this pitch going to be fouled off out of play.
Good old Simon. Saw him at a game or two this year. She can shoot the 3, left-hander.
I hadn't seen him in a while. 1 ball, 1 strike to Fields. As Lightfoot takes off for second base, but Fields fouls the pitch back, so
she had it
Lightfoot
stolen.
will head back.
I believe she had that one stolen. Oh, hit and run, though, I guess, maybe.
Lightfoot has only attempted 3 stolen bases this year, but she's made it all 3 times. Lady Scotty's on the year, 19 out of 25 in stolen bases. She takes off again here. This pitch misses upstairs. The throw down is high into center field,
Nope.
The center fielder, Ruiz, was backing it up. And for a moment, Lightfoot looked as if she was going to make the turn and head to third base, as you heard Bruce telling her not to do that, and she finally realized that Ruiz had the softball and stayed put at second base.
Well, I think Coach hollered at her, too, saw the sign. They might have had a play at second, but the center fielder went on
yeah,
with the
if
third.
center fielder throws in behind her at second base, they might have a play. You're right. Here's the 2-2. Fields will pop this one up on the infield, and it will stay in play, but did not hang up long enough for anybody to get there to catch it. So count stays 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Lady Scottish could use a base hit right here. It might get a run in, get it tied up.
And time called here. As I tell you, Lightfoot, I think, may have injured her hand when she slid into second base there. They're going to take a look at it. Coach Katie Arbeck checking it out. Well, let's tell you about some of the other games that were scheduled for today. Again, we're not sure how many of these were actually played, but other softball games that were scheduled. We told you Berrien County was going to Warren East, Bowling Green at Warren Central, Edmonson County visiting Franklin Simpson, Allen County Scottsville at home to Butler County, Metcalfe County on the road at Clinton County. Lady Hornets will be here tomorrow to take on the Lady Scotties. Weather permitting, we'll be here for the broadcast beginning at 5:15, first pitch at 5:30. Monroe County softball team is on the road at Russellville. Greenwood playing at South Warren, so a matchup of 2 of the state's top teams there. As Fields will ground this ball to second base, scooped up by Roten there. She'll go to first base for the out. Lightfoot goes to third on the play. They're now 2 down, and Paige DeHaas will step to the plate.
Paige had a base hit her first at bat. We could use one now.
Lady Scotties have the tying run at third base here in the bottom of the third. Glasgow trailing 2-1. DeHaas swings through the first pitch. Strike 1.
She hit one right back up the middle her first at bat.
Allie Bustle will fire the pitch, and DeHaas way out in front of the changeup there. 0-2. Now Bustle with a pitch, and a swing and a miss, and DeHaas down on 3 straight. Glasgow will strand that tying run at third base here in the third inning.
No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 left. 3 complete now here at Busch Stadium, Rigdon Kaiser Field. 2-1, Hart County over the Lady Scotties.
This is Glasgow softball presented by Don Franklin Auto on WCLU Blue, 103.1 FM and 1490 AM.
Your Glasgow destination for the finest flavors of Mexico and more. Priced to keep you coming back again and again. Authentic and delectable. La Nacional International Market Deli and Taqueria. Real Mexican street-style tacos. Carne asada, picadas, ceviche, tripas, burritos, quesadillas, lengua, chorizo, tortas, and more. Always fresh. Made from scratch and delicious. La Nacional. Across from Hibbett Sports, Shane Drive, Glasgow.
Our dental health plays a vital role in our overall health. Practicing good dental hygiene is especially important for children.
When was your child's last checkup?
Riley Dental Group is invested in making sure you and your family have the healthiest smile possible. They understand a dental visit may prompt anxiety or nervousness, but Dr. Riley and his team offer a variety of solutions, including a comforting and friendly visit from Bennett, their therapy dog. Call Riley Dental Group for an appointment, 651-5939.
Joe Myers, Bruce Tribune, back with you at Rigdon Kaiser Field at Busch Stadium here on the campus of Glasgow High School. We go to the top of the Riley Dental Group 4th inning with Glasgow trailing Hart County by a score of 2-1. And the Lady Raiders coming to the plate. First three due up. The 6, 7, and 8 hitters, Madeline Ward, Kaylee Bird, and Chloe Tweedy. Ava Maxey with her first pitch of this inning, and it misses high.
You talk about Allen and Greenwood. Greenwood, South Warren played last night, and Greenwood got them at Greenwood. Even that each have a loss now. That two teams lead the 14th district.
Wasn't one of their meetings a non-district matchup?
Yeah, I think that was
because today they were supposed to play a district game again.
Oh, okay. I knew they had split so far. Yeah, that was in a
tournament in Alabama or somewhere, wasn't it?
Yeah, I believe that was.
Here's the 2-0. Here's a line shot into right field. That's going to get down for a Don Franklin auto base hit for Madeline Ward to lead off the fourth.
No, that's baseball, though. Now, Greenwood beat South Warren in softball in a tournament.
That's what I'm talking about is softball.
No. Greenwood beat South Warren in baseball last night.
Okay. I'm sorry. I thought you were talking softball.
Yeah, no, they played back-to-back Monday, Tuesday, and they split.
Greenwood and South Warren were supposed to play in softball today.
Oh.
So here's a swing and a miss by the hitter, Kaylee Bird.
Yeah, in that tournament game, South Warren listed on their schedule, and Greenwood didn't because it only went 3 innings, and 5 innings is, usually a typical, complete game. So I assume that's why Greenwood didn't list it, but South Warren did.
Here's the 0-1, and that one a little bit low to Bird. She's a 270 hitter.
She was hit by a pitch and scored her first at bat.
Hart County in front 2-1. We've got a runner on at first base after a leadoff single by Madeline Ward. 1-1 count to Bird. And this pitch misses a bit high, maybe.
I don't know. Pretty
borderline
pitch. She's up to the plate. It close.
Maxey with the 1-2. And that one misses high. Two balls, 2 strikes.
Well, he called it a strike then, I guess. Change up.
And that one misses low. It started as an 0-2 count. So count is now full. And the payoff pitch on the way. And it's called strike 3.
Oh, boy.
Arrow safety strikeout for Ava Maxey for the first out of the inning, and that will bring up the catcher, Chloe Tweedy.
That's her second strikeout of the day. That was right on that outside knee-high corner, wasn't it?
Yes, it was. It was a good location for Maxey.
Yeah. Tweedy has a single.
She rips this from the left center field. This is going to be extra bases. It's going to get to the fence out there. Actually, she missed first base, so she will now try to go to second. Now the throw home is going to be cut off, and everybody's safe. It's 3-1 Hart County as Ward comes in to score.
It's our first extra base hit. No, it's a second. No, that's first.
Well, the Lady Scotty infielders gathered around Ava Maxey to have a quick discussion.
That's a youth mistake right there, though. The Scotty should have been, that ball should have been going to the cutoff instead of trying to go home with it. He'd get there quicker, and then we might have had a play at second, too, where you have a choice. We instead of throwing it back to the middle of the infield.
Here's Brooke Puckett. First pitch to her misses upstairs.
She flew out to right field her first time up.
I will say that when Sydney Kuykendall picked it up, she probably expected Tweedy to already have second base safely because she had to go back to first and tag the bag, so that's what slowed her down. But you're right. Here's the 0-1. And this one grounded back to Maxie in the circle. She'll go to first base for the out there. And over the throw to third base by Mullenkamp is a little bit late. So Tweedy now at, or who is that at third base?
That
is Tweedy, right? Yeah, that's what I thought.
Well,
they have a courtesy runner now coming in for her at third base. That'll be Adriana Kandari.
That's
odd that they didn't put her in until she got to third base.
Yeah.
2 down, and the leadoff hitter for Hart County due up. Here's Faith Ruiz.
Walked and scored and singled. Had an RBI single in that second inning.
And a swing and a miss for strike one. I do notice that Kenley Stevens has moved to second base for Glasgow in place of Natea Lightfoot. So Natea may not be able to continue with that injured hand. We'll see if she comes up to bat next time.
She's not out in the field. So.
Now the 0-1 pitch in the dirt. 1 ball, 1 strike. I can't tell. Let's see. I can't pick up the number out in right field because of her hair is covering up her number on her back of her jersey. That's where Kenley was in right field, so I assume whoever went in there replaced her there at right field. Now the 1-1.
Where was that?
Misses. Boy, that looked pretty good, didn't it, Bruce?
Yeah, it sure
I don't know
did.
where that was.
May have been a little high. Ruiz is not real tall, but boy, man, it looked right over the plate.
1 ball, 2 strikes. The pitch on the way. And a swing and a miss by Ruiz. And oh, wait a minute. I guess the count was not 1 and 2. She swings and misses, and she's still at the plate. What'd you have it as in the book, Bruce?
I had it 2 and 1.
Okay. It was 1 and 2 on the board.
That one we thought was a strike wasn't.
This one hit off the end of the bat, and it's got some crazy English on it. It's going to get under the glove of Ava Maxey as she tried to go field it. And that will bring another run in to score as the courtesy runner Kandari scores from third base to make it 4-1 in Hart County's favor now.
Should have been out of the inning. Just a bad spin on the ball.
That brings up the second baseman, Abby Rose Roten. She pops this one up, way up into the air. And Jacali Green will make the catch right there next to second base, and that will do it for Hart County. But they post their first crooked number of the day here in the 4th.
Yeah, 2 runs, 3 hits, no errors, and they strand 1. 3.5 gone here. Scotty Trail, Hart County, 4-1.
You're listening to Glasgow Softball, presented by Don Franklin Auto here on WCLU Blue, 103.1 FM and 1490 AM.
I just did it, but I waited way too long. Trust me, it's about time you left cable TV behind and started saving with MyStream TV from SCRTC. Already have TV with SCRTC and you still have cable boxes and wires everywhere? Talk to SCRTC about MyStream TV and compare it to your current service. The best thing about MyStream TV, you'll save money and get up to 1 gig symmetrical internet. Visit scrtc.com and click on the MyStream TV logo at the top to start saving on cable today.
If you haven't heard, there's a new approach to banking. It's called Kasasa, and you'll find it at the People's Bank. Your free Kasasa checking account offers you monthly cashback rewards. The Kasasa cash checking account can earn you a very high interest rate on your balance. Then link Kasasa Saver, and you'll also get a high rate on your deposits. Grow with Kasasa at the People's Bank in Glasgow, Cave City, and Marion. The People's Bank, working for you.
Restrictions and qualifications apply. Restrictions may vary. Contact the People's Bank for details and to learn more. Member FDIC.
Of the 4th inning, presented by Riley Dental Group. It's going to be Jacali Green, Micah Mullenkamp, and Sydney Kuykendall, the 4, 5, and 6 hitters. Hart County leads 4-1 here. Green rips this ball down the left field line, but it is foul. Boy, that thing was a frozen rope hit off the bottom of the fence out there.
Just a long strike, but she did. She turned on it, didn't she?
And Bustle did not like the softball she was given, so our umpire provides her with a different one. And this pitch to Green misses low. 1 ball, 1 strike. Bustle with a pitch. Off the end of the bat, foul. Now the 1-2. And it's in the dirt with the changeup.
Yeah, I saw the score on that one, I think.
Well, it was not. I'm going to have to quit relying on the KHSAA scoreboard because it did not have Metcalfe County playing a baseball game today.
That's baseball. I was thinking,
baseball.
That may have been a softball score I saw.
Here's the 2-2 pitch, and this is a ground ball to the third base line. But foul, I should say, obviously. Still 2-2 to the Glasgow sophomore shortstop here, Jakiley Green. And she gets drilled by the pitch here. That sounded like it might have hurt a little bit. So Green goes down to first base with nobody out, and that will bring up Micah Mullenkamp.
Micah singled her flasted bat.
Kylie got hit on that right forearm. You can see her trying to shake it out down there at first base. Mike Mullenkamp came into the day's game with a 194 average. Hart County 4, Glasgow 1. We are in the bottom of the Riley Dental Group 4th inning.
Micah's 1 for 1 on the afternoon. She scored our lone run.
And the first pitch she sees misses up and away.
Led off the second with a single. And scored on a sacrifice and an error.
The 1-0 pitch coming. Mullenkamp will foul it back out of play. One ball, 1 strike now to Micah. And the pitch is a changeup, which stays high. Now the 2-1. This is a line shot. Oh, tough luck here. A line shot caught by the first baseman, Brooke Puckett, right on the shoes, on the tops of her shoes. And Jakiley Green was too far off the bag at first base. She gets tagged out. So tough luck double play there for Glasgow. That'll bring up the center fielder, Sydney Kuykendall. And she'll pop the first pitch up foul.
Yeah, that's like in the top of the inning we talk about the little spin on the ball goes, and then you have one right there has a C&I right into the – because that ball gets on the ground, it probably gets by her. It was hit so hard.
Yep. Here's the 0-1 to Sydney. That one's high. First of 3 softball games in 5 days we are scheduled to bring you here on WCLU Blue. Here's the 1-1 pitch and a swing and a miss by Kuykendall. Back here tomorrow for the Metcalfe County game. It starts at 5:30, our pregame at 5:15, and then back here on Monday for a game against Adair County, also at 5:30 first pitch, at 5:15 pregame.
Yeah, we've had several softball games rained out.
We
this
have.
year.
Yep. This one popped up, fouling out of play.
Wing.
Regular season not far from wrapping up. You've got, after this week, 2 more weeks of the regular season, and then the district tournament begins. Spring sports goes by pretty quickly. Just a couple of months long, usually. Here's the 1-2. Or not usually, always. Just a couple of months long.
Well, it's a little longer than it used to be, though. Used to, you didn't have any spring ball till after the first week of April and spring break. But now they've started a couple of weeks before, right after the state tournament. So
now the 2-2. This one fouled back. That must have been back in your day, because back in my day, we did start in late March.
Well, my daughter and them didn't start. She's younger than you, and they started in after spring break.
I don't know about that, Bruce. I don't know about that. I don't know about that. We always started at least in the early 90s. The baseball team, we started the last week of March is where we always started. Here's the 2-2. Misses upstairs.
It might have been a game or two, but it wasn't nowhere near when it was.
It is, yes, they do start earlier now than they did before. You're right. Yeah, they did not start in the middle of March like they do now. That's no doubt about that. They do start a couple weeks earlier, but we were not waiting until after spring break back in my day.
Was that not a walk? I had to count 3 and 2 with 2 foul balls. I must have missed one.
That is ball 4.
Yeah, well, I thought.
Sydney doesn't know it. You would think the umpire would have told her that instead of letting her stand there, right?
Yeah, well, I thought I had it marked down.
Well, I was confused too because the umpire was just letting her stand there, and I thought, well, that was ball 4, right?
He doesn't signal everything anyway.
Here's Ava Maxey with 2 down. Glasgow trailing 4-1 here to Hart County in the Raleigh Dental Group 4th inning. And this pitch called a strike.
Well, no, Ava, is that her? Well, she must have recovered.
It wasn't Ava that was hurt. It was Natea Lightfoot that was hurt.
Oh, that's right.
Pitch in there for a called strike, so 0-2 now. And the pitch from Bussell. Misses high. It's going to get to the backstop, and that will allow Sydney Kuykendall to take second base.
We need a hit, Joe. Need to get one of these runs back at least.
It'd be nice. Ava hitting 278 on the season. The 1-2 pitch coming, and she fouls it off. I told you Glasgow's baseball game at Monroe County today was canceled due to rain. They are scheduled to visit Logan County tomorrow. And then next week, Glasgow will play their 2-game series against Barron County to wrap up district play. Right now, the Scotty baseball team 1-3 in the district, with having split with Allen County Scottsville and having lost both games to Warren East. So Glasgow needs to try to capture at least one of those games against the Trojans
next week. We were doing that game the other night, and Barron was down 9-4 and came back and won in the bottom of the 7th.
Yeah, scored 6 runs in the bottom of the 7th. Another 1-2 pitch, way upstairs here, 2-2. The Monday game will be over at Barron County High School. You can hear that one on WCLU Burgundy 104.7 and 12:30 a.m. with Jay Turner. Now the 2-2, and this one off the handle right back at Bussell in the pitching circle.
Ooh.
She'll go to first base for the out. And that will end the 4th inning for the Lady Scotties here at Glasgow High School.
No runs, no hits, no errors, 1 left via the walk. We've completed 4, Hart County 4, Glasgow 1.
You're listening to Lady Scotties Softball, presented by Don Franklin Auto here on WCLU Blue 103.1 FM and 1490 AM.
So Aero Safety is an international safety consulting company based right here in Glasgow, Kentucky. We offer a wide variety of services, ranging anything from safety training to administrative services like policy procedures. It's any manufacturing, any industry around our area, we can apply that. And we can also make everything site-specific to the customer. So we make sure we're incorporating the company's policies, procedures, applicable hazards, equipment, things like that, that it's make it more relevant and engaging for the customer. Aero Safety is here to keep your employees safe and keep your business headed in the right direction.
At Don Franklin, we're about more than just selling cars. We're about families, generations of them. Founded by my parents in 1968, we've been here growing alongside you. From the first family car to the newest model for the next generation, our values of trust, care, and commitment are in every handshake, every deal. With over 5,000 vehicles to choose from, check them all out at donfranklinauto.com. Don Franklin, driven by family.
Back here at Glasgow High School, here at Rigdon Kaiser Field at Busch Stadium.
New pitcher.
It is a new pitcher for the Lady Scotties, and that is going to be Kinley Bell pitching for Glasgow here. She takes the place of Natea Lightfoot. Kinley does not have a win or a loss on the year. She has a 4.67 ERA. She has walked 3 and struck out 1 on the season. She's only pitched 6 innings. And making her 5th appearance as a pitcher for Glasgow here on the varsity level tonight. She has made all 5 of those appearances in relief. First 3 hitters she'll face, it'll be the heart of the order. Nevaeh Haskins, Bevan Miner, and Sarah Gardner, 3, 4, and 5 in the order. Haskins, as we've told you all night long, the most dangerous hitter in this Hart County lineup, 400 average with 17 RBIs, and she has 4 dingers on the year. She has a base hit here. It's going to be extra bases, going to get all the way to the fence in right center field. Haskins digging for second, and she will be there with a stand-up double.
That's her first hit of the day. Their second double.
I believe out in right field that is Jenna Glass, Bruce. Is that correct? It is correct, they say.
What's her number?
15. So, with the 4-1 Hart County lead, here comes the shortstop, Bevan Miner. We are in the top of the Aero Safety 5th inning here. Miner batting 196. And that one's in there for a called strike.
She is 0 for 2. She does have an RBI on a fielder's choice.
7th grader Kinley Bell ahead in the count, no balls and 1 strike as she toes the rubber and delivers the pitch. And a swing and a miss there, 0-2. Bell looking for her first strikeout of the evening here in her first inning of work. Pitch on the way, and it's a ground ball off the field, off the glove of Fields at third base, and everybody going to be safe here. So runners on the corners for the Lady Raiders, and that'll bring up the right fielder, Madeline Ward. I'm sorry, I'm out of order. That's Sarah Gardner at the plate. My mistake.
Flown to center and struck out.
And she'll ground this ball down the third base line. It is just foul by inches.
Boy, it's very close. I mean, it was in the glove, and the glove was laying on the base.
Shallon Fields was right there standing on top of third base when she fielded it.
And the glove was against the base. I guess it just part of the glove. I guess it was outside the line. It's probably a good call.
Here's the 0-1 pitch to Gardner. Change up, and it stays high.
We never.
Bevan Miner will take second base without a throw.
We never challenge that, do we? We haven't thrown down once.
Not when there's a runner on third base. No, I don't think I've ever seen us challenge it this year. But don't want to take a chance on that ball getting into center field. This one fouled off out of play by Gardner, so she'll come back to the plate where it'll be 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Well, the one time today, though, we did have 2 outs, and, you know, if we could have.
Kenley Bell with a pitch, and here's a line shot going to get into left field. Haskins going to come in to score. They're going to hold Miner at third base. Now 5-1 in Hart County's favor. Next up, the right fielder, Madeline Ward.
She's grounded short and singled into right.
Kenley Bell with the pitch. The changeup is low, and once again, Gardner going to take second base with no throw. Bell taking a while to get her pitch. Now comes set. 1-0 on the way. And it's fouled off. Ward, a pretty good hitter, 320 average. Second on the team with 11 RBIs. She does have a couple of home runs as well. The 1-1 pitch from Kenley Bell is high. Balls and strikes. Runners at second and third here. Nobody out here in the Aero Safety 5th inning, and this one's going to be fouled back. Hart County in front already 5-1, and a chance to blow this game wide open here with a base hit. Did you see the video of that guy that fell out of the stands at Pittsburgh last night?
I did.
That was scary.
Yes, that's sad, too.
I have not heard how he is. Have you heard anything? I
Critical
hope he survived.
No, he's in critical condition, but he did survive. I saw it earlier this morning. They were investigating, what happened.
Here's the 2-2 pitch. Fly ball to center field, and coming over and making the catch is Sydney Kuykendall for out number 1. Not deep enough for the runners to tag up, so about as good of a result as you could ask for there.
Yes.
And that'll bring up Kaylee Bird, the designated player.
Hit by pitch and struck out looking. Yeah, he tumbled it 21 feet, I think they said.
It was a pretty good drop. I didn't hear how far it was.
And he didn't fall. He hit on his head, but he was rolling. I mean, flipping on his way down.
Yeah, throughout the air, he was kind of flailing. It was ugly. And here's a ground ball to second base, but going to get underneath the glove of Kenley Stevens. 2 runners are going to come in to score. It's now 7-1. Stevens had to go to her right to make the play and then went down to a knee and could not come up with it cleanly. So 7-1 Lady Raiders here in the Aero Safety 5th inning. 3 runs in this inning already as the Glasgow infielders gather around Kenley Bell in the pitching circle. Hitter due up here is Chloe Tweedy for Hart County whenever we get back to action.
She's 2 for 2 on the day with 1 RBI. She's doubled and singled. She doubled into down the left field side in left field gap.
Look at tomorrow's Glasgow High School sports calendar. I think just about all the spring sports teams are in action. Softball team, as we've told you, here at home against Metcalfe County. We'll have that one on the air for you. Baseball team going to Logan County. The track team goes to Greene County for the Carl Deaton Classic. And the tennis team playing a match at Greenwood tomorrow.
There's a Hall of Fame coach, Carl Deaton.
Oh, yeah.
He coached a long time.
And a swing and a miss here by Tweedy. Good change-up that time by Bell to start the at-bat.
He had some sons that were pretty good athletes, too.
Here's the 0-1. And this one in the dirt. Runner takes off for second base and just could not quite get the tag on. The throw was a little bit short and to the left of the bag. Chikali Green was trying to cover, but when she caught the ball and then swiped and tried to make the tag, the ball came out of her glove. So it is a stolen base for Kaylee Bird. 1 ball, 1 strike count to Tweedy at the plate. The pitch, swing and a miss. Bird, just her 3rd stolen base of the year. Hart County coming into today does not have many stolen bases, just 16, but they've not been caught any. Now the 1-2 pitch. And that one's high, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Bell set to deliver the 2-2 pitch here. And it comes in low in the dirt. We'll get to the backstop. That'll move Bird over to third base on the wild pitch. Count is full here to Chloe Tweedy. Brooke Puckett waiting on deck. Payoff pitch. Popped up foul out of play. Still 3-2. Kenley Bell fires away. Popped up on the infield here. Micah Mullenkamp calling for it, and she will make the catch for out number 2. And now the first baseman, Brooke Puckett, due up at the plate.
0 for 2. She is flown out to right and hit into a 1-3 fielder's choice.
First pitch she sees, she swings and misses. Hart County 7, Glasgow 1. We are in the top of the Aero Safety 5th inning. This is the biggest inning of the day so far for the Lady Raiders. 3 of their 7 runs have come in here in the 5th. This is a 2-1 ball game starting the top of the 4th, but Hart County has exploded for 5 runs since that time in the last 2 innings.
Of course, we've helped them. We've had a couple of errors this inning, so we hadn't committed an error till.
That last pitch was low, so 1 ball and 1 strike now. Bell with a pitch. Ground ball, foul.
Coolest night we've had this week so far. It's down in the 60s. You know, been staying in the 70s. No, we've had a warm week. What, 89 yesterday, 87?
Yeah, yesterday was really warm. A little humidity.
It was up
Felt
in the
like
80s,
a summer day.
Up in the 80s today.
Now the 1-2. And that one's a bit high. 2 balls, 2 strikes. I'm glad to see it. I'll take warm weather over
me
cold
too.
weather
Gee
any day.
whiz,
Any day. Now the 2-2 pitch. And this one grounded to Kinley Stevens at second base. She'll go to first for the out. So Hart County will strand 1 run on the base paths, but they get 3 across here in the 5th.
3 runs, 2 hits, 2 errors, 1 left. 4.5 gone. It's 7-1. Hart County over your Glasgow Lady Scotty.
This is Glasgow Softball presented by Don Franklin Auto here on WCLU Blue 103.1 FM and 1490 AM.
Your Glasgow destination for the finest flavors of Mexico and more. Priced to keep you coming back again and again. Authentic and delectable. La Nacional International Market Deli and Taqueria. Real Mexican street-style tacos. Carne asada, picadas, ceviche, tripas, burritos, quesadillas, lengua, chorizo, tortas, and more. Always fresh. Made from scratch and delicious. La Nacional. Across from Hibbett Sports, Shane Drive, Glasgow.
Our dental health plays a vital role in our overall health. Practicing good dental hygiene is especially important for children.
When was your child's last checkup?
Riley Dental Group is invested in making sure you and your family have the healthiest smile possible. They understand a dental visit may prompt anxiety or nervousness, but Dr. Riley and his team offer a variety of solutions, including a comforting and friendly visit from Bennett, their therapy dog. Call Riley Dental Group for an appointment, 651-5939.
Kinley Stevens will lead things off for the Lady Scotties here in the bottom of the Aero Safety 5th inning. She'll be followed by Haley Stamper and Natea Lightfoot. Well, I don't know. Natea, I don't think we're going to see bat for herself. We'll see. I think it'll be Jenna Glass probably batting for her. Stevens at the plate, and she's going to lead off the 5th with a Don Franklin Auto base hit to left field. She goes after the first pitch and punches it over the shortstop's head.
That's what I was talking about. We can't string our hits together. That's our 4th hit, but it's just all been in single innings. And
I'll bring up Haley Stamper now, the freshman left fielder.
Stamper? Oh, yeah, I'm 1 down. I don't know what I was doing.
This pitch misses for ball 1. Russell with a 1-0. This one fouled back. And that is Jenna Glass waiting on deck, so she has replaced Natea Lightfoot in that number 1 spot. The 1-1 pitch from Bussell. Misses a bit low. Two balls and a strike now as Bussell rocks and fires, and Stamper tried to lay a bunt down and did not make contact. It'll be a stolen base for Kinley Stevens, though, as she takes second base.
I'm not sure she wasn't just protecting the runner there, Joe. I don't.
2 balls and 2 strikes. Pitch on the way, and Stamper swings at one in the dirt, but she can take off. It's in the dirt and got away from the catcher, and now they do throw her out at first base.
Did they tag her?
She tagged her.
Oh, okay.
Stevens goes over to third on the play. So an Aero safety strikeout for Allie Bussell there. And that'll bring up Jenna Glass, who has replaced Natea Lightfoot in the Glasgow order.
Yeah, I didn't
just
see
a 7th grader playing right field.
The swipe, because I knew she wasn't on the base.
Yeah, she did tag her as she went by. And the first pitch to Glass called a strike on the inside corner.
Boy, he doesn't get any hurt, does he?
Glass hitting .286. She only has 7 official at-bats, but she does have a couple of hits in those at-bats.
Get you an RBI here.
It would be her first of the season if she gets one. This one misses low and inside. Even the count up with a ball and a strike. Bustle with the pitch. And strike called on the outside corner.
Oh, boy, I thought that was a little high.
Hart County 7, Glasgow 1. We are in the bottom of the Arrow safety 5th inning. It's a 1-2 count to Jenna Glass. Kinley Stevens, the runner at third base for Glasgow. And this is going to be trouble. Base hit into right field. That will be the first RBI of the season. And I'm sure of her varsity career, obviously, for Jenna Glass. She's just a 7th grader, so that gets Glasgow back to within 5 as Kinley Stevens comes in to score. It's now 7-2, Hart County.
First inning, we've had multiple hits.
Due up next, third baseman Shallon Fields.
Shallon is 0 for 2. She's grounded out to second, both at bats.
Bustle starts the at-bat with a fastball that's in there for a strike.
It was?
That's what he called.
Jeez. Well, if you can get one between the pitcher and second baseman, that glove's on her left hand. She got a long way to go. That big gap there.
And this pitch misses low.
I thought that was better than the last one.
Fields batting .324 on the year, 3 RBIs. She's a junior. One of the very few upperclassmen on this ball club. Now the 1-1. Here's a chopper back up the middle, and that's going to get through for another base hit. So 3 hits in the inning here in the 5th for Glasgow. Runners at first and second. Still just 1 away.
That's that hole I was telling you about, and she didn't get to it. But she plays it. They expect her to cover more ground than the first baseman, I guess. They leave a pretty good gap there.
Here's the designated player, Paige DeHaas.
She's 1 for 2. She's singled and struck out.
A swing and a miss. Strike 1. Glasgow with a chance to creep back into this thing here. They've got 1 run in and 2 runners on the base paths at first and second with 1 away. Here's a changeup that's called a strike on the inside corner.
My goodness, she lifted her hands up for that ball to go under her hands. I know.
Here's the 0-2. Here's a fly ball to center field. Ruiz coming in on it hard. She will make the catch.
It's a double play.
And Jenna Glass had already left second base. She was already at third base, not thinking that ball was going to be caught. Just a base running mistake there by a young player. And that will take Glasgow out of the inning as they do get 1 run across, but they still trail by 5.
How many times have you seen a F8 unassisted double play?
Not very often.
Scotty's picked up 1 run. They had 3 hits. There was no errors, and they strand 1.
I'm sorry, Bruce. Go ahead.
We've completed 5 now. It's Hart County 7, Glasgow 2.
Now let me tell you that you're listening to Glasgow softball here on WCLU Blue 103.1 FM and 1490 AM. It's presented by Don Franklin Auto.
I just did it, but I waited way too long. Trust me, it's about time you left cable TV behind and started saving with MyStream TV from SCRTC. Already have TV with SCRTC and you still have cable boxes and wires everywhere? Talk to SCRTC about MyStream TV and compare it to your current service. The best thing about MyStream TV, you'll save money and get up to 1 gig symmetrical internet. Visit scrtc.com and click on the MyStream TV logo at the top to start saving on cable today.
If you haven't heard, there's a new approach to banking. It's called Kasasa, and you'll find it at the People's Bank. Your free Kasasa checking account offers you monthly cashback rewards. The Kasasa cash checking account can earn you a very high interest rate on your balance. Then link Kasasa Saver, and you'll also get a high rate on your deposits. Grow with Kasasa at the People's Bank in Glasgow, Cave City, and Marion. The People's Bank, working for you.
Restrictions and qualifications apply. Restrictions may vary. Contact the People's Bank for details and to learn more. Member FDIC.
Back with you at Rigdon Kaiser Field at Busch Stadium here on the campus of Glasgow High School. It's Hart County 7, Lady Scotties 2, and it'll be the top of the order due up for the Lady Raiders here in this sixth inning, which is brought to you by Kentucky Farm Bureau Insurance Agent Joe Myers, Faith Ruiz, Abby Rose Roten, and Nevaeh Haskins.
She's been on all three at bats. She walked and scored. She singled, RBI single in the second and fourth innings. So she's had 2 hits and 2 RBIs.
Ruiz came in only hitting 163 on the year, so she's had a good day based on her average. Kenley Bell out there in the pitching circle for her second inning of work, and her first pitch comes in there for a called strike. Bell with the 0-1. And this ball lined right at the shortstop, Jakali Green. I mean, she didn't have to move a muscle. Had to lift her glove, and that's it. Hit it right at her. Here's the second baseman, Abby Rose Roten.
1 for 3, singled in the first, flew to center, and popped out to short.
Batting .333 on the season. And this ball lifted to left field and going to be caught out there by Haley Stamper. And there are 2 down very quickly here in the sixth. Hart County leads 7-2. Nevaeh Haskins due up for the Lady Raiders.
1 for 3. Flown to left, grounded to third, and had a double into right center.
Haskins called for time here.
We had a 1-2-3 inning in the third. We need another one right here.
And this one off the handle. Great catch by the catcher, Gracie Walker. As that ball was popped up, probably didn't get more than 4 or 5 feet off the ground, and Walker made a swiping catch and made that third out. Great play there by Walker.
Cat-like reflexes, wasn't it?
Yeah.
No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left. Still, after 6.5, 5.5, it's 7-2, Hart County over Glasgow.
You're listening to Glasgow Softball, presented by Don Franklin Auto here on WCLW Blue, 103.1 FM and 1490 AM, presented by Don Franklin Auto.
4 pitch.
So Aero Safety is an international safety consulting company based right here in Glasgow, Kentucky. We offer a wide variety of services, ranging anything from safety training to administrative services like policy procedures. It's any manufacturing, any industry around our area, we can apply that. And we can also make everything site-specific to the customer. So we make sure we're incorporating the company's policies, procedures, applicable hazards, equipment, things like that, that it's make it more relevant and engaging for the customer. Aero Safety is here to keep your employees safe and keep your business headed in the right direction.
At Don Franklin, we're about more than just selling cars. We're about families, generations of them. Founded by my parents in 1968, we've been here growing alongside you. From the first family car to the newest model for the next generation, our values of trust, care, and commitment are in every handshake, every deal. With over 5,000 vehicles to choose from, check them all out at DonFranklinAuto.com. Don Franklin, driven by family.
Here in fast pitch softball as we go to the bottom of the sixth inning, brought to you by Kentucky Farm Bureau Insurance Agent Joe Myers. Jakali Green to lead things off for Glasgow. Micah Mullenkamp and Sydney Kuykendall will follow, the 4, 5, and 6 hitters. Allie Bussell out in the pitching circle to start her 6th inning of work. She's gone the distance here. Green gives this one a ride to left field, and that is the first home run of the year for the Lady Scotties. A solo shot for Jakiley Green, and all her teammates anxious to meet her at home plate. The sophomore Jakiley Green blasted that one to left field. She ripped a foul ball earlier that hit off the bottom of the left field fence in foul territory, kept that one between the lines, and there was no doubt about it when it left the bat.
The sad part about that is we talked about backing them up. We had 2 runners on in the last inning and get the double play. And that could have been a 3-run shot and put the Scotties right back in it if we had.
It does pull Glasgow back to within 4. They now trail 7-3. But yet again, that is the first home run of the season as a team for the Lady Scotties. For Jakiley, it is her 5th RBI of the year, unless she already had one today.
No,
Bruce,
that's her first. Yeah, that was her first hit of the day.
Here's Micah Mullenkamp.
Hit by a pitch in that 4th inning, let it off. Maybe she got up her mad, you reckon?
May have. This one fouled off down the third base line.
Got hit on that left forearm in that to lead off the 4th inning. So here in the 6th, she just parked one.
Micah Mullenkamp started the day with a 194 average, but she's got that up over 200 now I think, with the day she's
1 for 2,
yep.
Yes.
The 0-1 pitch from Bussell. And a swing and a miss for Micah. A little bit out in front of that one, maybe.
.212.
Here's the 0-2. That one misses upstairs. That's what her average is up to now.
Yes, sir.
The 1-2 pitch from Bussell. Mullenkamp grounds it to Haskins at third base. She'll make the play to first. First out of the inning here in the 6th.
Haskins is a nice player for a sophomore there at third base. She swings a good bat, and she's
smooth defender.
Yes, she is, and got a good arm. Boy, she brings it across that diamond.
Here's the center fielder, Sydney Kuykendall.
Sydney has had a sacrifice in the 1st inning. I mean, in the 2nd, and then she walked. So she's has no official at bats so
Nearly
far.
got hit by that pitch, but it just barely missed her. One ball, no strikes. The pitch on the way. And a line shot right at the first baseman, Brooke Puckett. 2 down.
We've hit a few balls on the button, but just right at people.
And Kinley Bell will hit in the spot where Ava Maxey was here. She came in to replace her a couple of innings ago in the pitching circle. She'll ground one back up the middle. It's off the glove of Bussell, and she will not even try to make a play here. She picked it up, but didn't even look towards first base to try to make a throw. I'm not sure if she got banged up a little bit on that play. I think maybe she did. May have gotten her throwing hand, may have gotten a finger or something on her throwing hand. As now Hart County coach Caitlin Smith going to come out and check her out and make sure she's good to go.
Like I say, that's 5 hits we strung together here in the last 2 innings, but we just had the double play. And, well, we ended the 4th inning with a double play. So, I mean, you know, we've had base runners on.
Kinley Stevens due up for Glasgow. Seven to 3, Hart County on top here. Lady Scotties with 1 run in the inning already as Ja'Kylie Green belted a home run over the left field fence.
Kinley singled and scored in the 5th.
And jumps out of the way of this inside pitch for ball 1. Kinley Bell, excuse me, Bruce, go ahead.
Led off the single and then stole second and scored on a base hit.
I was just going to say Kinley Bell's the runner at first base here. There are 2 down. And the 1-0 pitch back up the middle and into the glove of the pitcher Bustle. She'll go to first base for out number 3. So the big home run for Ja'Kylie Green, but that's all Glasgow can muster here in the 6th.
1 run, 2 hits, no errors, 1 left on. We've completed 6. It's Hart County 7, Glasgow 3.
You're listening to Lady Scotty Softball, presented by Don Franklin Auto here on WCLU Blue 103.1 FM and 1490 AM.
Your Glasgow destination for the finest flavors of Mexico and more. Priced to keep you coming back again and again. Authentic and delectable. La Nacional International Market Deli and Taqueria. Real Mexican street-style tacos. Carne asada, picadas, ceviche, tripas, burritos, quesadillas, lengua, chorizo, tortas, and more. Always fresh. Made from scratch and delicious. La Nacional. Across from Hibbett Sports, Shane Drive, Glasgow.
Our dental health plays a vital role in our overall health. Practicing good dental hygiene is especially important for children.
When was your child's last checkup?
Riley Dental Group is invested in making sure you and your family have the healthiest smile possible. They understand a dental visit may prompt anxiety or nervousness, but Dr. Riley and his team offer a variety of solutions, including a comforting and friendly visit from Bennett, their therapy dog. Call Riley Dental Group for an appointment, 651-5939.
We go to the top of the 7th inning with Hart County holding a 7-3 lead over the Lady Scotties here at Rigdon Kaiser Field at Busch Stadium. We are on the campus of Glasgow High School. 4, 5, 6 hitters due up for Hart County here. That's Bevan Miner, Sarah Gardner, and Madeline Ward.
Miner is 0 for 3. And every time she's hit the ball, it's been at third base.
So be ready, Shallon Fields.
Reached on an error. Well, the first time it went off her glove right into Kylie Green, Ja'Kylie's.
And this one grounded foul down the third base line.
So it was a 5-6-3 put out, but every one of them's gone to third. She gets around on the ball. But
actually, that I don't think that is that still Shallon at third base? I don't think it is. 24. That would be Samaya Taylor playing third base. And this one grounded foul. We don't get told about changes up here in the press box. We just kind of have to figure them out for ourselves. So, no balls and 2 strikes to Bevan Miner. And the pitch from Kinley Bell is a changeup, which is high. One and 2. Bell delivers the pitch. This ball hit on a line into left field, and that's going to be a base hit to lead off the 7th for Bevan Miner, her first hit of the night. Now the left fielder, Sarah Gardner.
Gardner is 1 for 3. Flown out to center, struck out, and singled into left field. RBI single in that 5th inning where they scored 3.
Bell with a pitch. It's high. Throw down to first base by Walker, but runner back in safely. The 1-0 pitch. Swing and a miss. 1 ball, 1 strike. Another throw down to first base, but runner back in. Gardner into the box, awaiting the 1-1 pitch. It's on the way. Fly ball to left field. Could be trouble. It is going to drop. So that'll be another base hit for Hart County. Back-to-back hits to start the 7th. Tough luck there. Haley Stamper gave it a good effort coming in on it, but just had too far to come to get to it. Made it a play off the short hop. So first and second for the Lady Raiders. Here comes the right fielder, Madeline Ward.
I will say this: in the last couple of years that we've been doing softball, our outfield is as sound as it's. We've got speed out there.
Mm-hmm.
They catch the ball. You know, they get the balls instead of letting them hit in front of them.
Yep. And here's a fly ball to Kuykendall in center field. She'll make the catch. And her throw into second base, boy, that was very close. As Miner just kind of lollygagged back into the bag there at second, and she almost got doubled off. With one away, that'll bring Kaylee Bird to the plate.
Hit by a pitch, struck out, and reached on air. She has scored 1 run.
First pitch hit hard back up the middle. That'll be a Don Franklin auto base hit. They're going to send Miner in to score. The throw home is cut off. So it's now 8-3 Hart County. And now the catcher Chloe Tweedy to the plate with runners at first and second.
She's 2 for 3 with a run scored.
Give Bird the RBI, her second of the season. Tweedy a .214 hitter on the year.
Single and a double with 1 RBI. They're not pitch running for Tweedy this time.
And this ball hit back up the middle. There'll be another base hit. They're going to hold the runner at third base this time, as they did not let Gardner come around to try to score. So the bases will be loaded here. And it'll be Brooke Puckett to the plate.
Now that, well, no, she's still out there on second, isn't she? I thought they'd.
Who are we talking about, Bird?
The courtesy runner. She's still out there.
No, there's no courtesy runner out there, I don't think, Bird. This pitch in the dirt here to Puckett. Tweedy is at first base. She would be the one who was being courtesy run for, but she's still out there. So.
Oh yeah, that was the pitcher that she bats for. She's a DP.
Now the 1-0. Here's a ground ball to third base. They're coming home for the force out, but Grace Walker cannot make the catch. Samaya Taylor made the play at third base and threw it home, but Walker let it slip out of her glove. So it's now 9-3, Hart County. Base is still loaded here, and still just 1 away.
But as I said, as these young ladies get older, we're making some mistakes they won't make when they get older and stronger.
They all just got to stay together and keep playing.
Right, exactly.
Don't get discouraged by the lack of wins this year.
It takes time to build a program.
Right. That's been the softball program's problem lately. It's a lot of once the girls start to a little older, they quit playing for one reason or another, and you're left with a very young team. This pitch missed outside, so 1-0. And this one in there for a called strike. 1-1. Kenley Bell checking out the wristband, making sure she's got the correct pitch. She has it. Pitch on the way. And strike 2 called.
And of course, a lot of these girls have been brought up playing fast pitch, these younger girls, and it's a so much more exciting game than the slow pitch game was, and it's just.
I agree with you there. Here's the 1-2. And that one bounces in. Walker able to get the stop, keep the runners put.
That's like I say, I was looking at that paper a while ago. You was asking, there's 2 or 3 girls that I know that are still in school that were on that roster that aren't playing now, and and they were, would have been good players.
Here's the 2-2 pitch. This one misses upstairs. So the count goes full. Nowhere to put Faith Ruiz here. Bases loaded.
We've only gotten her out once on a line drive. We've walked her, and she's had 2 singles.
And the payoff pitch on the way, and it's a fair ball. Hits the bag at third base. 1 run is in. Another run going to come in to score. And now the throw comes through to home, so that's going to allow the other 2 runners to move up a bag. It's now 11-3 Hart County. 4 runs in here in the 7th, their biggest inning of the night. And I think we're going to get another pitching change here. I think Ava Maxey may re-enter the game, and it looks like that's exactly what's going to happen. So we'll stay right here while Ava takes her warm-up tosses. Ava was the starting pitcher. This is something, of course, you would never see in baseball, where the starting pitcher re-enters the game later in the game. But throwing a fast-pitch softball does not put the kind of stress on your elbow that throwing a baseball overhand does. So it's 11-3 Hart County. We're in the top of the 7th inning. And I think Ava just needed 1 or 2 pitches. She may be ready to go now. She's getting some last-minute instructions here from head coach Katie Arbeck. Due up for Hart County here is the number 2 hitter in the order, Abby Rose Roten. Hart County with 2 more runs in scoring position here at 2nd and 3rd. They already lead 11-3. 7 of their 11 runs have come from the 5th inning on. And Roten tried to lay a bunt down but found it back.
Yeah, the 5th and 7th innings have been tough on the Scotties.
Maxey with the 0-1 pitch. Grounded to the right side. Mullenkamp has it at first base. She'll step on the bag for out number 2. Another run coming in to score. Brooke Puckett gets in from third base. Ruiz goes to third on the play. And now, back to the dangerous Nevaeh Haskins for Hart County in the batter's box.
She's just 1 for 4, though. We've kept her off base. That was a double, but she's hit the ball hard.
Maxey with the fastball misses upstairs. One ball, no strikes. Ava Maxey with a pitch. Fouled back. One and one now to the sophomore third baseman. Leads this team with 4 homers and 17 RBIs on the year. pitch misses upstairs. Hart County got 1 run in the first, 1 in the second, 2 in the fourth, 3 in the fifth, and 5 runs in here in the 7th inning. Here's the 2-1, and actually time was called by the umpire just as Ava Maxey was going into her motion. It was called because Haskins asked for it, and it was granted. Haskins steps out of the box a lot. I have noticed that a lot tonight. Here's another 2-2 pitch, and this one misses up and away, so the count will be full here. Payoff pitch coming. This ball ripped foul down the left field line. Payoff pitch again. This ball hammered. I mean hammered. That thing is way out of here to left field. That's a 2-run shot. 5th homer of the season for Nevaeh Haskins. RBIs number 18 and 19 of the season. (14-3) Hart County. 7 runs here in the 7th inning. Looking at the scoreboard here, I'm assuming Barron County and Warren East did not play today in softball. There's still no score posted there, so by this time, surely that would have been posted if they had played. Looks like there were very few games that were played across the state today in softball. Maybe 20% of the games that are on the schedule, it looks like. Here's Bevan Miner at the plate. This ball ripped into left field. That'll be another Don Franklin auto base hit for Hart County. Lady Scotties just cannot get out of this 7th inning. Here's Sarah Gardner. Glasgow just needs 1 more out here, 2 on the board.
Yeah, that's her 2nd hit of the inning. She had 2 hits, both in this inning.
And the first pitch to Gardner is high.
They've scored, though, in this inning. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But
7, I believe.
Yeah, 7. But of the 10 runs that Bell gave up, only 4 of them were earned.
Change up here. That's going to be a base hit into the left field. Hart County bats going crazy here in the 7th inning. Here's Madeline Ward, excuse me. Runners at first and second.
But as I say, I mean, we should have been out of the inning because of an error, and so none of these runs are earned. She made the first out. So
first pitch to Ward misses inside. One 1-0 from Maxey. Hit to shortstop. Kylie Green comes up with it. She'll go to first base, and that finally brings an end to a painful 7th inning here for the Lady Scotties. They give up 7 runs here in the 7th, and they now trail by 11. And they're down to their final 3 outs. Bruce is trying to add up all the numbers here. A lot of stuff to look at here in this 7th inning for Hart County. We'll just tell you what the inning looked like after we come back. It's 14-3. Hart County on top of the Lady Scotties. Going to the bottom of the 7th inning, you're listening to Lady Scotties Softball presented by Don Franklin Auto here on WCOW Blue 103.
I just did it, but I waited way too long. Trust me, it's about time you left cable TV behind and started saving with MyStream TV from SCRTC. Already have TV with SCRTC and you still have cable boxes and wires everywhere? Talk to SCRTC about MyStream TV and compare it to your current service. The best thing about MyStream TV, you'll save money and get up to 1 gig symmetrical internet. Visit SCRTC.com and click on the MyStream TV logo at the top to start saving on cable today.
If you haven't heard, there's a new approach to banking. It's called Kasasa, and you'll find it at the People's Bank. Your free Kasasa checking account offers you monthly cashback rewards. The Kasasa Cash checking account can earn you a very high interest rate on your balance. Then link Kasasa Saver, and you'll also get a high rate on your deposits. Grow with Kasasa at the People's Bank in Glasgow, Cave City, and Marion. The People's Bank, working for you.
Restrictions and qualifications apply. Restrictions may vary. Contact the People's Bank for details and to learn more. Member FDIC.
Joe Myers, Bruce Tribune back here with you in the bottom of the 7th inning as the Lady Scotties will see Haley Stamper lead things off here. She'll be followed by Jenna Glass and Shallon Fields. Bruce, you want to tell us how that inning looked at the top of the 7th?
Yeah, in that 7th inning, they had 7 runs on 8 hits, 1 error, and they strand 2.
Ali Bussell with a 1-0 pitch. That one misses. 2 balls and no strikes. We did get a score update. Barron County and Warren East did play today in softball, and Barron County won 5-2. And Stamper will foul this pitch off out of play. They just have not posted that score to the KHSAA website yet, so wasn't sure if it was canceled or if they played it. And they did play it. Two balls and a strike here to Haley Stamper. And this pitch misses upstairs. Stamper got her first hit of the season earlier tonight. And now she'll draw a walk to lead off the 7th. And this is Jenna Glass due up at the plate for Glasgow. And first pitch to the 7th grader. Did he call that high or a strike? Did he call that a strike? That looked like that was right underneath her chin. I guess it was a strike. Here's the 0-1. This one fouled back. No balls, 2 strikes here to Jenna Glass. Bussell with a pitch, and Glass swings through it for an arrow safety strikeout for Allie Bussell. And that brings up Samaya Taylor for her first at-bat of the night. She's replaced Shallon Fields in the ball game. First pitch to her misses. Taylor, a freshman, she does not have a hit on the season. This pitch popped up on the infield. The shortstop Minor calling for it. She'll make the catch between the pitching circle and second base, and there's 1 away.
2.
Oh, 2 away, I'm sorry. Here's Paige DeHaas. The Lady Scotties down to their final out here, trailing 14-3 in the bottom of the 7th. And a swing and a miss by DeHaas. Hart County trying to grab win number 6 on the year here. The 0-1 misses to the 8th grader. The 1-1 pitch from Bussell. Swing and a miss. And the 1-2. And DeHaas will stay alive by fouling this one off out of play. Again, we're back here tomorrow for another softball broadcast. Lady Scotties hosting Metcalfe County, 5:15 pregame with the Don Franklin Auto pregame show. 5:30 first pitch here on WCLU Blue. Here's a pop-up on the infield. This should end it. And it is dropped by Minor, the shortstop. Now she'll throw to third base, and they'll tag the runner out there. And that will do it here in this one, as Haley Stamper tagged out trying to get to third there. Final score, Hart County 14, Glasgow 3. Lady Scotties will fall to 2-15 on the year. Hart County improves to 6-12. We'll come back in a moment on the Don Franklin Auto postgame show. Take a look at the Ralphie's Fun Center final stats, the Hardee's Hot and Fresh Play of the Game, the SCRTC Player of the Game as well. That's all coming up in just a moment. You're listening to Lady Scotties Softball, presented by Don Franklin Auto here on WCLU Blue, 103.1 FM and 1490 AM.
The greatest meal deal for your buck? Hardee's Original Bag, just $6.99. Loaded with your choice of 2 full-size favorites, plus fries and a drink. All for just $6.99. Hardee's, goodness in the making.
At Don Franklin, we're about more than just selling cars. We're about families, generations of them. Founded by my parents in 1968, we've been here growing alongside you. From the first family car to the newest model for the next generation, our values of trust, care, and commitment are in every handshake, every deal. With over 5,000 vehicles to choose from, check them all out at DonFranklinAuto.com. Don Franklin, driven by family.
If you haven't heard, there's a new approach to banking. It's called Kasasa, and you'll find it at the People's Bank. Your free Kasasa checking account offers you monthly cashback rewards. The Kasasa cash checking account can earn you a very high interest rate on your balance. Then link Kasasa Saver, and you'll also get a high rate on your deposits. Grow with Kasasa at the People's Bank in Glasgow, Cave City, and Marion. The People's Bank, working for you.
Restrictions and qualifications apply. Restrictions may vary. Contact the People's Bank for details and to learn more. Member FDIC.
So Aero Safety is an international safety consulting company based right here in Glasgow, Kentucky. We offer a wide variety of services, ranging anything from safety training to administrative services like policy procedures. It's any manufacturing, any industry around our area, we can apply that. And we can also make everything site-specific to the customer. So we make sure we're incorporating the company's policies, procedures, applicable hazards, equipment, things like that, that it's make it more relevant and engaging for the customer. Aero Safety is here to keep your employees safe and keep your business headed in the right direction.
Every morning in hardworking America, Hardee's biscuit makers rise to bake our original made-from-scratch biscuits. And now, mix and match 2 handcrafted breakfast biscuits, just $5. Find the best deals on the Hardee's app.
Reliable internet and great customer service? 2 things you'd like to have? I'm talking local service and quick response when my internet is out, which never happens, by the way. That's exactly the type of customer service you get from an awesome internet provider like SCRTC. Not only do they provide gig speed and superior Wi-Fi solutions, SCRTC backs it up with phenomenal customer service. That is true value in an internet provider. Go to scrtc.com and get yours with an unmatched service guarantee.
Have you injured yourself playing a sport or exercising? Sports medicine experts at TJ Regional Health are trained to get you back on the road to recovery, whether you're dealing with sprains, fractures, knee and shoulder injuries, or other common injuries. Our goal is to prevent illness and injury in active individuals of all ages and help prevent future problems to maximize your performance. Find out more at tjregionalhealth.org/rehab. Patients first. Team always. TJ Rehabilitation Services.
It's been an amazing 33 years. I've been blessed to have someone by my side that I can count on no matter what. Like 3 years ago when I had that car accident, you really came through for me. So I just want to say thank you, Alan, for being my Farm Bureau insurance agent.
Kentucky Farm Bureau. Big on commitment.
Oh, he's been great too.
103.7 WHHT plays country's hottest hits from today's country artists. Like,
hey, what's up? It's Morgan Wallen.
Hey, it's Lainey Wilson.
Luke Combs here.
great country that you can listen to longer with local community information.
And the Lady Scotties 14-3 here in high school softball. And time now to take a look at the Ralphie's Fun Center final stats, and Bruce will do that for us.
Thank you, Joe. As you said, Hart County wins this one 14-3. They had 14 runs on 16 hits. There were 3 Glasgow errors, and they strand 7. Allie Bussell will pick up the win. She'll move to 5-10 on the season. Threw 105 pitches through all 7 innings, faced 30 batters, struck out 4, walked 2, gave up 8 hits, 3 runs, 2 earned, hit 1 batter, and she had 1 wild pitch. Offensively for the Lady Raiders tonight, Faith Ruiz was 3 for 4 with 2 runs scored. She had a base on ball and 4 RBI. Abby Rose Roten was 1 for 5. She had a stolen base and an RBI. I can't read my own name. Haskins, Nevaeh Haskins was 2 for 5 with 2 runs scored. She had 2 extra base hits on her. Both her hits were extra base hits. She had a double and a home run and 2 RBI. Bevan Miner was 2 for 5 with 2 runs scored and an RBI. Sarah Gardner was 3 for 5 with 2 runs scored. She had a strikeout and an RBI. Madeline Ward was 1 for 5 with a run scored. Kaylee Bird was 1 for 3 with a run scored. She had a stolen base. She was hit by a pitch. She struck out once and had an RBI. The courtesy runner, Adriana Gundari, scored 1 run in her position. Chloe Tweedy was, that should have been for Tweedy. I'm sorry, I marked that in the wrong space instead of her. So she had 2 runs scored. And this one goes down here. So Chloe Tweedy was 3 for 4 with 1 run scored. Guardian scored 1 run as a pinch runner for her. Tweedy did have a double and an RBI, and Brooke Puckett was 0 for 4 with a run scored. She reached on an error, and she committed an error, their only error of the ball game. 40 official at-bats, 14 runs on 16 hits. They commit 1 error, had 2 doubles, 1 home run, 2 stolen bases. They had a hit batter, a walk, and 2 strikeouts with 11 RBI. For the Scotties, Avia Maxey will pick up the loss. She'll through 60 pitches. They were 3 runs, 8 hits, 1 error, and 6 stranded. Maxey will pick up the loss. She will move to 0-8. She threw 60 hits in both stints, 60 pitches. Well, no, I didn't last. It don't matter. She was 4 2/3 innings, faced 25 batters, 2 strikeouts, 1 walk, gave up 9 hits, 4 runs. All 4 were earned. She had a wild pitch and a hit batter. Kinley Bell came in and pitched 2.1/3 of an inning. She faced 17 batters, did not have a strikeout or walk, gave up 7 hits. She gave up 10 runs, but only 4 of them were earned. Offensively for the Scotties, Natalia Lightfoot was 1 for 2 with a stolen base. Jenna Glass was 1 for 2 with an RBI. Shallon Fields was 1 for 4 on the afternoon. She had an error. Paige DeHaas was 1 for 4. She was had a strikeout on the afternoon and a single. Need to mark that off right there. I don't know what happened there. Jakiley Green was 1 for 3 on the afternoon with a run scored. She had a home run and a 1 RBI on the afternoon. She also was hit by a pitch. Micah Mullenkamp was 1 for 2 this afternoon. She scored a run. Sydney Kuykendall was 0 for 1. She had a sacrifice and a base on ball. Avia Maxey was 0 for 2 with a strikeout. Kenley Bell came in, was 1 for 1. That was a single. Kenley Stevens was 1 for 3 with a run scored. She had an error and a stolen base. And Haley Stamper was 0 for 2. She had a base on ball and a strikeout. 20 official at bats, 3 runs on 8 hits, 2 errors, 2 stolen bases. We had 1 sacrifice, 2 hit batters, 2 walks, and 3 strikeouts and 2 RBI. And the Scotties will fall to 2-15 on the season as Hart County improves to 6-12.
Thank you, Bruce. That is a look at the Ralphie's Fun Center final stats. And let's go ahead and take a look at our Hardy's Hot and Fresh play of the game now. And we did have a few to choose from, but it's hard to ignore the first home run of the season for the Lady Scotties. Jakiley Green stepped up to the plate to lead off the bottom of the 6th inning, and she belted one over the left field fence for the first home run, not only for her of the season, but for the Lady Scotties as a team this season. So Jakiley Green will have our Hardy's Hot and Fresh play of the game with that solo shot in the 6th. And that is brought to you, of course, by Hardy's Restaurants. We need to get one more timeout in here as we'll take a break on the Don Franklin Auto postgame show. Come back and tell you about our SCRTC player of the game. Glasgow falls to Hart County 14-3. We're back after this timeout. You're listening to Lady Scotty Softball presented by Don Franklin Auto on WCODU Blue 103.1 FM and 1490 AM.
Our dental health plays a vital role in our overall health. Practicing good dental hygiene is especially important for children.
When was your child's last checkup?
Riley Dental Group is invested in making sure you and your family have the healthiest smile possible. They understand a dental visit may prompt anxiety or nervousness, but Dr. Riley and his team offer a variety of solutions, including a comforting and friendly visit from Bennett, their therapy dog. Call Riley Dental Group for an appointment, 651-5939.
Your Glasgow destination for the finest flavors of Mexico and more. Priced to keep you coming back again and again. Authentic and delectable. La Nacional International Market Deli and Taqueria. Real Mexican street-style tacos. Carne asada, picadas, ceviche, tripas, burritos, quesadillas, lengua, chorizo, tortas, and more. Always fresh. Made from scratch and delicious. La Nacional. Across from Hibbett Sports, Shane Drive, Glasgow.
Have you injured yourself playing a sport or exercising? Sports medicine experts at TJ Regional Health are trained to get you back on the road to recovery, whether you're dealing with sprains, fractures, knee and shoulder injuries, or other common injuries. Our goal is to prevent illness and injury in active individuals of all ages and help prevent future problems to maximize your performance. Find out more at tjregionalhealth.org/rehab. Patients first, team always. TJ Rehabilitation Services.
At Don Franklin, we're about more than just selling cars. We're about families, generations of them. Founded by my parents in 1968, we've been here growing alongside you. From the first family car to the newest model for the next generation, our values of trust, care, and commitment are in every handshake, every deal. With over 5,000 vehicles to choose from, check them all out at DonFranklinAuto.com. Don Franklin, driven by family.
Back here on the Don Franklin Auto postgame wrap-up to finish up the broadcast here, we first need to tell you that our SCRTC player of the game for the Lady Scotties is going to be sophomore shortstop Jakiley Green. She also had our Hardy's Hot and Fresh play of the game with that solo home run back in the top of the 6th inning to lead off the inning. Jakiley on the night had the 1 RBI, the 1 run scored. and also had a number of assists from her shortstop position. She played an error-free game on defense as well. So Jakiley Green, our SCRTC Player of the Game tonight, brought to you by South Central Rural Telephone Cooperative. Our next broadcast will be tomorrow as the Lady Scotties entertain the Metcalfe County Lady Hornets. It is a 5:30 first pitch, so we'll be on the air with the Don Franklin Auto pregame show beginning at 5:15 here on WCLU Blue 103.1 and 1490. We certainly invite you to join us for that. I want to thank everybody who helped us with the broadcast tonight. We had Jonathan Talley back at the studio downtown running the board for us, and appreciate his work. Will Perkins, our video producer and cameraman for the live stream for you that we had on YouTube. My broadcast partner, of course, is Bruce Tribune. Once again, your final score, Hart County defeats the Lady Scotties 14-3. Hart County improving to 6-12 on the year. Glasgow dropping to 2-15. I'm Joe Myers. Thanks for listening, everybody.